Hello, this is Stephen Childs, founder of Church of Fairness and author of the World Fairness Agreement. We've made our world, probably mostly unintentionally, we've made the world such that we have to lie. And everyone's lying. Do we ever hear anything that's not a lie anymore? You wonder. So we can tell the truth. I can tell the truth on some things. Some things I can't tell the truth about. Why is it this way? Well, let's talk about the religions for a minute. Originally, they were telling the truth, they thought. They thought that there was a firmament over the earth and the earth was flat and so forth. And then as we developed our ability to understand the world we're in more and more, and we developed technologies, like we learned how to build fire, was one of the first things, right? And bow and arrow, spear, rock hammer. Then we made grinding tools, like they ground corn with their flat rock and it dished out. And so one day they just thought wait a minute, we can make telescopes. If we can do that, we can grind the glass. Well, I'm skipping a whole lot of stuff, right? But that's what they did. Originally they polished, they ground the clear, I don't even remember what material. And they made telescopes, and so from then on, you had to be more careful because people could see you skinny dipping from a long ways away. Haha. So, yeah, don't take things so damn serious. Well, it's pretty serious sometimes. Doing people wrong is wrong. So I don't want to do people wrong anymore. And the lies. Yep. The lies. So the religions in this time period are lying. They're telling us misrepresentations. They have funny ways of saying falsehood these days. So anyway, like the Quran lies, the Bible lies, or they have false statements. Maybe it's not intentional lying. See, that's what I'm saying. Originally, they didn't think it was that much of a lie. But it is now, so the religions can lie, so why doesn't everybody else? Well, we do. Everybody else does lie. Especially Trump. Now a lot of people, they really respect him for being able to lie like he does. Because they know you have to lie. A lot of us grew up in a situation where if you told the truth, you were in big trouble. So you learned right away that you lied, and you lied for the man, the Lord. Lying for the Lord. That was actually a component of the early LDS religion. I'm not kidding you. Look it up, Mormonism and lying for the Lord. And these offshoot Mormon groups that, like Warren Jeff's group, they would lie for the Lord and scam the government out of Social Security. He had like a whole bunch of wives, and all those wives would get on Social Security. So Double check that, make sure I'm not lying about that or wrong in my statement. I'm just trying to make a point. I'm not telling the exact instances and which group it was from. I might be remembering incorrectly. He's the one that would sleep with underage girls. And I heard he did stuff with boys too from a video. That's bizarre what they would do. They would have a witness. The man and his wife were making love and somebody's in a robe and concealed their identity. And they would be the one that impregnated the woman. And the husband was there. They didn't even know who it was. I read that, or I saw it, I listened to it on a video somewhere. So we have people talking, and they can't shut us up. I'm one they want to shut up, and I won't shut up. And the people that have been violated are talking more and more. So, if we implement the World Fairness Agreement, we won't have to lie like this. We won't have to lie to the government on our taxes or to the policeman on the ticket for whether you stopped at the crosswalk or not and then stopped again. People love creative ways of getting away from getting a ticket. So there's with the law of fairness, it's like we just want to stop people from doing each other wrong. We don't need written laws. We really don't. India is an example. Early on in the Western cultures, city-states, they wrote books of laws because they were in an area that was scarce, so theft was common. Somebody stealing someone's food because there wasn't enough to go around. So the people from deserts are more cruel by temperament, and they need this fiercer law system. And at the time, that's what they did. They came up with laws for commerce. So the earliest written material is about that. While in India, they had an abundance of food because it's not a desert. And they had a religion that wasn't based on an all-specific, all-powerful God that everybody had to surrender to. If you didn't like one God, fire that one and get a different one, They didn't necessarily fire it, but people would change gurus. You didn't have to stay with one specific religion. You could change from Krishna to Shiva or Kali or worship a combination of all of them. That's what mostly goes on. All the Hindu gods are not fighting each other. None of them are claiming to be the all-powerful one. Even with Brahma, they personify him as a human sleeping, and the universe is from his navel. Well, that's suggestive of the mother. So it doesn't really say Brahma's the end all and say all of it. See what I'm saying? They put that in there there's more to the story, guys. Where'd the creator come from? The Rig Veda says that creation created the gods. And it's a common, often read document in India. So they're not fanatical about what caused creation. It's just there's creator, there's preserver, and there's destroyer. Let's call them Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva as humans. And then they say Shiva's actually extraterrestrial. So that's what we're hearing these days. From mainstream Hindus. See what I mean? That's not like the Western religion, where if you say something like that, the history of it is it's blasphemous, and they killed you. They stoned you to death. So like in the Old Testament, if a person had a prophetic dream and it wasn't Moses, they'd stone you to death for that, for telling people your dream. It was based on shutting everyone up so they could fight the other tribes that were trying to steal their food. And then we're going to go steal theirs with our God. We're going to take their land and their food. And look where we're at with it today. Islam against Judaism. Israel against Islam. They claim Allah is all-powerful. Jews claim Yahweh is all-powerful. Almighty God. Deuteronomy stuff. It's dreadful. Take joy in killing the children of the enemy. And if you don't lie for us, then they will kill you. You know, if you don't lie for that group. See what I mean? You have to lie for the gang. It's a bully gang. Our whole culture of humans is based on a power structure that's bullies. It's like childhood bullying, grown-up style after it goes to college. And it's still bullying. Plain and simple. Bullying is the ruler of the world. So, we can all agree we don't want to be done wrong anymore by anyone and join together by invitation, not by threat of death. I'm threatening back. If you threaten to kill me, then I'm going to be your death, metaphorically. And it's like something's going to kill you. That's what I am. You die of a heart attack, I'm that heart attack. Because I can say that. Because you're threatening me because I won't surrender to your group. I went to see a speaker at AA. Great speaker. I got along with him very well, but he's practicing what he was taught, and he knows I'm not surrendered, and he's focused on me, trying to get me to surrender to the group, which is also him. I'm not trying to make anybody surrender to me. If it's me that's the one, I'm not the one. It's Team Fairness. I don't win. Team Fairness wins. None of us win independently. We don't have an independent God somewhere else that created the universe. It's just not there. We got telescopes. What we do have is the knowledge of non-locality. So here and there is the same place. So we actually have physical evidence of beyond space and time. It's a thing. What is it? We don't know. We're trying to understand it. Right now, they're questioning the Big Bang idea. There's more to it than what we thought. That's always the case. And when there's some mystery, it's after so long, there's some major discovery that changes our way radically, like quantum mechanics and relativity did in around 1900, give or take. So I call it the all-powerful oneness. And the oneness matches up with the Sikh religion's idea of the all-powerful. And they honor all the gods around there. And they just insist on being independent from them. They're not ruled by the other religions. So there's something to say for that. We don't want other people to rule us. So we form alliances for power so that they can't. And then they're forming alliances so they can, because their God told them to. That's got to end. The Bible tells them to conquer the world. The Quran tells them to conquer the world. Back then, the world was just the Mideast. So they're all lying about it. They're saying they're not doing it, but they are doing it. So the religions need to realize this and join with the World Fairness Agreement so we don't have to lie. Thanks for listening.